Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of NeoCab. I'm Holly Taylor. If you haven't watched the first part already, I recommend you go back and watch that first so you'll have all of the background information. And one thing I did have trouble with on the last video was the auto playing text. Sometimes I wasn't able to read so quickly to the whole dialogue before it advanced to the next part, so I was able to go into the settings and turn that off. So we won't have that problem anymore. So let's jump right into it and go back to work. Night 2. I guess we just skip the whole daytime. We just go from breakfast at the hotel straight into night 2. Okay. The memory of what had happened last night was a shadow over everything around me. The desperate text, Savy's smashed phone. I tried to quiet my mind and just feel into my body for a second. Ugh, this wasn't working. Where the hell was she? This wouldn't be the first time she'd ghosted, but this felt different, and I knew basically nothing about what her life in Los Ojos was like. Savy was headed to a nightclub, but its name? Total mystery. Oh, and she was in some kind of trouble at work, whatever that was. I tried to recall as many details as I could about last night, scribbling in my journal app until my hand ached. Maybe I'd seen that symbol on her phone before after all. It wasn't a name, but it was a person to track down in a neighborhood. As long as I met my NeoCab quota, I could stay on the search without losing my job and leaving LO as a total disaster. Alright, we've still got a 5-star rating, and our daily goal has not changed. 3 rides and 35 coins or Capra cash. I'm going to check out our new entries in the journal. Last night dropped off at 9 p.m. Rich person dorm. Jace never texted me the deets. Savy seemed upset. I kind of fucked up at work. Where? Found phone smashed and weird sticker. And it matches Azul's tattoo maybe? So it has something to do with Radix. Where have I seen this before? It kind of reminds me of the Hunger Games Mockingjay logo, but I think they said it's maybe a B instead. Savy, where are you? Last text at 2 a.m. My feel grid, I'm still kind of angry. Oh, I'm feeling arousal, excitement, or anxiety. Those are pretty different feelings, but okay. Let's see. I think I still have a pretty good charged battery, and this is my only available person. Una St. Clair, 5 stars. Let's go get her. I need to get to the cadence, and I need to get there fast. What's that? A hotel? It's the casino. The big one? I remember when cab drivers were expected to memorize things like this. Again, I'm just going to try to answer the mood-oriented response whenever I have the option to. So I'm going to say, sorry, I haven't updated my programming in a while. You're AI and self-aware? How ghastly. No, sorry, I'm just aware of my bad jokes. Humor, yes, wonderful. I love humor. It's very human. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just pressed for time. Head to Frontera, north side. That was a straight shot. Easy trip. Oh no, don't go that way. I don't know how to pronounce this. Reginimi Square is a mess. You can barely get through. She sounded like she knew what she was talking about. Well, I'm new here, so I'll take any directions. Must be some warning on our hollow space. I can go around. Would you like me to take Jean Street or Flambour? Choose one at random. And I do mean random. As random as you can make it. Weird, this was a whole different kind of backseat driving, psychological. I whispered eeny, meeny, miny. And swerved at the last moment onto Flamborough Street. Not Jean? You said to choose. Wait. Ah, yes. That's just what I needed. So I chose correctly? No, I was desperate for a bit of chance, a dose of entropy. Randomness, you know? Resets my mind. Sometimes one finds oneself in a rut of predictability. It's why humor is such a balm. Comedy is based on the unexpected twist. Interesting method. How about I pick a number between 1 and 10? Not that kind of randomness. I need chance with real stakes. Which is why I'm zooming down Flamborough toward a casino? Yes, but now I'm not sure it will work. The stakes there are high in monetary terms, but they don't actually matter, don't you find? They matter when you roll a hot 13. You've never been inside a casino, have you? I like to think life itself is a gamble. And the whole world is my house? So that's a no? No, the casino definitely isn't going to work. I need to find some entropy that matters. Why? What's this all about? Well, it's simple. Almost obvious. Something is wrong with the world. I agree with you there. Not that kind of wrong. A deeper kind. Sadly, I fear our timeline has become tangled. The universe is made of infinite timelines, always branching based on the tiniest decisions, is perfectly coherent and stable, as long as the branches remain distinct. I waited for her to say more. So you see the obvious danger. Obvious is not quite the word I would have chosen. So if our timeline is tangled up with another one, how do we untangle it? Oh, I think that's well beyond our capabilities. But it's good to know how off-kilter one's reality is. It helps you decide how annoyed to be with friends who constantly reschedule lunch. Connor, for example. Has anyone canceled on you lately? Now that, Una, is a good joke. I thought as much. Tell me what happened. It should help me calibrate. I told her what had happened with Savy. I was supposed to move in with my best friend, and she didn't show. And now I don't know if she's in trouble. Or hurt. Or maybe just the worst. She listened like my story was feeding her. Maybe I'd get 5 stars out of it, but it was a little creepy. So your friend just vanished? With no explanation? None. And you don't know how to feel about it? It confuses you. Wouldn't you be confused? Perfect. I don't know if you caught the part where I said she might be hurt. She ignored me. Now, this next part is crucial. If your friend hadn't disappeared, where would she be right now? I don't know. I just moved here. Please, just guess. Think in terms of chance and what if and maybe. Let them wash over you. I could tell she was never going to drop it. I might as well indulge her. Okay, if she hadn't just blinked off the map, Savy would probably be... taking in a burlesque show in Luz Rouge. Actually, more likely performing in a burlesque show. Actually, even more likely, organizing a burlesque show. In fact, most likely of all, acting as ringleader for an entire neo-burlesque scene. Yep, that is exactly where Savy would be. She'd be picking out pasties in Luz Rouge. She just absorbed it for a moment. Maybe she thought it was crazy. I'd like to request a new destination. Take me to Luz Rouge. Just to be clear, you know Savy's not there. No, she's not. But the gap between her being there and not being there, that's exactly what I need to feel. What are you going to do when you get there? I'm going to measure the difference. Do you have a device? Yes, but also, I am the device. Okay, cool. That's cool. Excellent. I'll drop a little something into your account to cover the trouble. I rerouted us to Luz Rouge. The trip didn't take as long as I thought it would, and after all that, we ended up back on Jean. Tell her what? I thought I should tell her, maybe help her calibrations or whatever. Hey look, we're on Jean after all. 2 roads diverged, and we took them both, so you could feel the difference. She didn't seem to notice my brilliant joke. She was staring straight ahead with a super intense gaze. Almost like she was seeing straight through to that other timeline. Whichever one we were tangled up with. We stopped in Luz Rouge. I wish I could pay you back in kind and help you locate your friend. Information is obscenely undervalued against coin, don't you agree? Any clue would help. I've got nothing to go on. Well, I can't tell you where she is, I'm afraid, but I can tell you where she was supposed to be. At this moment, in a stable timeline, she's at a terrible Berlin techno-themed club called Stan's Machine. Am I saying that right? It's not that far from here in any case. You're unbelievable, Una. I think I can use this. Think nothing of it. It's merely a byproduct of my work. So, I have to ask, are you... a physicist? No, though you're not the first person to think that. Just a quantum statistician. Just think of me as an accountant, except the spreadsheet is very, very large. And you can be simultaneously rich and broke. I don't think I could handle that kind of uncertainty in my Capra cash account. Oh, don't worry about that. Counter-espionage is quite lucrative. In any case. Wait, back up. Counter-espionage? Ah, yes. With a little time, a little luck, and just the right entropy differential, no secret is safe. The only way to protect your communications from a quantum statistician is to hire a better one. And I'm the best there is. So, can you, read my texts? You'll see. I really must dash. Thank you for the ride and the story. This timeline is indeed as unstable as I feared. And we might even be able to fix it. Wait, we might fix it? She slid out and walked up the sidewalk away from my car, zigging and zagging as she went. It looked random, and the sinking feeling in my stomach, that felt very, very certain. If there really were infinite timelines, where did they branch? I reached for my phone to find my next packs. Time to choose again. Oh, my charge just went down. Five stars. Thank you for the honesty and the humor. A wonderfully chaotic source of entropy. I have a new journal entry. No password is safe from the quantum witch. Alright. I guess we will look at our map, go charge up a little bit. If there's a... Oh, I can go to this club now where she said Savy would be. Let's see how much this is. 138. I think that was pretty pricey, but I think that might be my only option. Ooh, this is real cheap. And I can just barely make it there. Okay, let's do it. Let's get a full charge. And let's go to the club. Maybe find some more clues. Hardstyle dance club known for all-night DJ sets. Hypnotic techno and an inscrutable dress code. Tourists, stay away. Stan's machine was all dramatic haircuts, pounding bass, and scowls, and that was just the outside. The bouncer loomed in front of the door like a boulder. Given my complete lack of a poker face and an outfit that was still more cactus flats than Luz Rouge, I didn't look the part. Maybe I could just flirt my way in. I took a breath and... Hey, Neocab. It's you. It's me. You lost? Not exactly. Hey, maybe you can help me. I'm looking for someone. What? No, how are you? No, hey Azul, nice to see you. Sorry. Hey Azul, nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Listen, Azul, I know, I'm just kidding, jeez. It's actually kind of good to see you. Didn't get to thank you for what you did. You're welcome. It was really decent of you, not what I expected. You got me where I needed to go. Not a lot of drivers would do that. Why not? Because it's selfless. And driving is what, inherently selfish? Yeah, it is. How so? Think about it. Every day you wake up in a totally modern, totally accessible city. You use your 2 working legs to sit behind the wheel of a death machine. And you cruise around blasting shit into the ozone layer, consuming energy, when you could ride a bike or at least take public transit. You don't think that's selfish? I wasn't sure how Azul wanted me to answer. I had come to get information, not a monologue. It's how I make a living. People do a lot of unethical things for money. You're pretty opinionated for someone who needed a ride. I was in a bad place. Listen, do you want to know something? Okay. Do you actually? Yes. So you didn't ask me about my arm the other night. I didn't actually notice. There was a lot happening. Well, it's a good story. A couple years back, I'm coming home a little late, like 9 or 10. I was just in study hall, not up to anything. Hop on my bike home. I'm about half a block from my house, and boom. Capra comes out of nowhere, doesn't even slow down. Boom. Oh, God. Yeah, woke up in the hospital. Arm is just a memory. Listen, I'll pass on a lesson. Don't play chicken with those things. They love to talk about their 99.999% safety rating or whatever. Want to know the truth? I wanted to know a truth, but maybe not this one at this moment when I came here because I needed info on a friend. So I needed to stay on their good side. Sure. Look at their fucking promos real close. There's an asterisk by the last 9 in 99.9%. What does it mean? That their 99 point whatever rating is only against other AVs in the Capra mesh network. Their sensors see each other with perfect clarity. But that's the only testing they've ever done, as far as we know. So, some kid coming home late from study hall crossing in front of a Capra? Just a smudge on its lens. And a settlement that only covered about a quarter of my bills. I felt for Azul. They were a little rough around the edges, but no one deserved that. I'm really sorry that happened. Whatever, but it's why I was so messed up the other night. A lot of bad memories came back. I get it. I'm sure you do, but you're probably not here to hear my life story. So why are you here? I need to get inside. I'm looking for a friend. She's gone missing. Her name's Savy, and... Everything in Azul's expression changed, and they stood up straighter. Savy. You know Savy? You know Savy? No, seriously, Neocab, no bullshit. You know Savy? Yes. Why do you think she's in there? Because this is the only Radix club I know. And you're what, her friend? Business associate? She's my best friend. Can I please just get inside? I need to know she's safe. Who says she's in trouble? Look, I saw her last night. She seemed pretty worked up about something. Said she'd explain when we met up in an hour or two. When she finally texts me a pin, I race over there and she's gone. But there's her phone, smashed on the pavement. Huh, probably had a temper tantrum or something, smashed the phone and blew you off. She's intense like that. Was this a game? Azul was playing devil's advocate with Savy's safety. Savy wouldn't do that to me. We were moving in together that night. And she would never leave her phone behind. But I figured I should come here because when I picked the phone up, there was this Radix sticker on it. Yeah, obviously. Why obviously? Because Savy's not just part of Radix. Savy, is Radix right now. That sounds insane. Savy's totally not the Radix type. Or I mean, she wasn't a year ago. I guess anything was possible. I'd see her reinvent herself more than once. Yeah, well, things change, Neocab. Plus, it's easy to become Queen Radix when your boyfriend is the de facto king. Radix is non-hierarchical, but there are no leaders. But it's definitely got cool kids, high school all over again. Who's the boyfriend? Jace. You don't know who she's dating? You don't sound like a great best friend. We lost touch for a bit. Okay, so Savy came in with Jace a couple months ago, wrapped around him like a scarf. Suddenly, she's at all the meetings. He's looking at her like she's this manic pixie bike girl. She's got these bright ideas to take down Capra, and it's classic. Do you think Capra might be tracking her if she's high up in Radix now? Do you think there's anybody in LO Capra's not tracking? I don't think that's it. But I'll tell you what I do think. I think it's no fucking surprise she's gotten into hot water. Why not? Because that's how this shit goes. Savy, listen, I know her, and I know her type. She's smart, she's dynamic, she's pretty, she's charming, she is a dream girl. I mean, everybody's kind of in love with her. Everybody wants her time. One night she's with Jace doing political organizing. Next time I see her, she's hanging out with some edgy DJ. Then the other day I'm passing Capra Tower and I see her with this tech bro douchebag. A Cappy shell straight out of Central Casting, wearing a hoodie and everything. And hey, you'll like this, Neocab. She's getting into his car. Is that the last time you saw her? Yeah, I said hey to her, asked her where she was going. She seemed, weird about it. Said something like her and her friend Charlie were gonna go talk. But she said friend, you know. Like there was something going on. I don't know. Oh, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. That tone. Maybe they're actually just friends? I don't know. Maybe. Savy's the kind of person, you spend enough time with her, you kind of don't just want to be friends, you know? I am her friend. Maybe. I am. Sure. Point is, I'm trying not to get involved. Seems like a recipe for drama, and that's some shit I don't need. I just need to know if she's okay. Wish I could help. Can I at least go in and ask around? Nah, you did a nice thing for me, Neocab, but I'm not letting you in. Stan's machine isn't your scene anyway. I'm not going to hang out. I'm looking for Savy. If you want to use Savy's name to get in here, bring her with you. Is there anything I can do? You should probably just follow the trail of dudes she leaves in her wake. Find someone who gives a shit. You know, I've had it. I mean it. Find someone who'd notice she's missing. Like the guys who follow her around like puppy dogs. Right, so... Jace, hot DJ. Capra, Charlie. Easier than trying to get any radix to talk to a death dealer. I'm a death dealer now? Since the minute you got your license. Ugh. It's been great catching up, Neocab, but I'm on the clock, aren't you? It's been a real pleasure. You're welcome for all the help. Drive safe. I waved and headed back to the road. Follow the dudes. Jace I knew about, but when had Savy not been stringing along some DJ? But hopping into a car with a Capra type? That didn't add up. Charlie, he must be the one she was meeting the night she disappeared at that rich person dorm, kinfolk. I didn't exactly have much to go on, but a clue was a clue. So are we going back to kinfolk, or are we gonna pick up some random passengers? Or packs. I got the lingo down now. Savy equals Queen Radix. Everybody is kind of in love with her. 3 boyfriends. Jace, DJ, Charlie. Alright, so I've hit my daily goal on money, but I need 2 more rides. Neocab Prime? Charlie. Oh, wait. Is this Capra Charlie? Fiona. And this guy again. Alright, let's see what's going on with Charlie. See if he's the guy we're kind of looking for. I'd learned not to bother with golden prime packs back in the flats. The small boost in fare wasn't worth the huge dose of entitlement that typically came with them. But if this guy was involved with Savy, there probably wasn't anything typical about him. Plus, I needed information, desperately. Here for Charlie? That's right. How's your night been? Oh, you know, drink to forget bad memories. And all you get are new ones. Should I put that on a throw pillow for your backseat? His face was shiny with sweat, and he smelled like if you poured a bottle of whiskey into a gym bag. The dead giveaway. He'd been clubbing, just like on the night Savy disappeared. My palms went clammy on the steering wheel. There was a chance this guy knew where she was right now. I needed to play it cool. No worries. Just so long as you had a good night. Yeah, I needed to blow off some steam. Having a rough time lately? What are you, some kind of driver priestess? You have the face for it. I bet people spill their guts for you. You know, it's just so blatantly animal to go to the place with the hottest guys and the loudest bass when the thoughts get bad. It's a weird thing to say. But fuck it. It just almost works, you know? Yes, in fact I did know. More so the loud bass part and pulling Savy off the hottest guys. Wait, wasn't this guy supposed to be one of her boyfriends? Oops, your feel-good feels bad. Do you like that thing? We got them for free at work. Another Capra Cares wellness program. Not that I'd ever wear it. Why would I want anyone knowing how I feel all the time? It's alright, my friend gave it to me. She thought it'd help me be more assertive. And does it? Yes, in fact, it's about to help me be assertive right now. She's actually someone you know. I wanted to ask you about her. What? Do I know you? No, but I heard she was hanging out with you. Right before she disappeared. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. Just tell me, do you know where Savy is? Oh my god, fucking Savy. This is a nightmare. Are you a cop or something? I'm not saying anything. Great, I'd scared him silent. I'm sorry, I'm just really worried about her. Savy's been my best friend since we were teenagers. I watched him for any sign of recognition. Hadn't she told her latest guy about me? Lina, from Cactus Flats? Yeah, okay, I remember now. Lina. She made me help clear out her extra room for you. That girl lives like a garbage rat. My mind raced with questions. He sighed and a cloud of whiskey musk filled the car. Maybe he could tell me where to find her. Where is she? I don't know, and I don't want to know. Can you think of anywhere she might go? Maybe with Jace? But I'm pretty sure that guy just lives off couch surfing and being punk as fuck. So, in that case, she definitely hasn't showered. I could feel him holding something back. His leg bounced up and down so hard it rocked my seat. I needed to know exactly how they knew each other. So how long have you two been together? Together? I have a boyfriend. He's gorgeous and we vid chat every day, which is not easy when he lives in Oslo, okay? She was my work wife. Technically, she worked for me, but a lot of Cappies have a stick up their ass, you know? Take away their Vita powder and their whole OS crashes. It was so nice to have someone that could talk about something besides crypto and fro yoga. I don't know, she actually listened. Savy worked at Capra? Didn't you know? I definitely did not. So Savy was a double agent inside Capra. What do you work on? Okay, that I really can't tell you, especially you. I practically signed away my life in NDAs to get on this team. You've heard of Sophie's Law? I definitely have. Well, as soon as it passes, I can fill you in. Everything he told me swirled in my head. I felt my stomach drop. Savy, what have you done? We were almost to Charlie's drop-off. There was so much more I wanted to ask him. Can I call you or meet up again? Sure, let me give you my address while I'm at it too. Had to ask. I just need all this to be over. Whatever Savy's up to, it's serious. Capra prosecutes everything, and with Sophie's Law on the line, he let the question linger as I pulled up to his building. I'd watch my back if I were you. It's a little cryptic. Okay, so I'm guessing that maybe... Oh, 1 star. Oh. Talk less, try smiling. Thanks, asshole. Oh my god, my rating cut in half from 1 star. Deactivation risk first warning. Need a 4 or higher. I'm only at 2.6. Bullshit. Well, at least I got some information. I'm thinking instead of Savy being a double agent inside Capra, she's a double agent inside Radix. It was well after midnight and I'd met my ride quota. I checked my feel grid, deep violet. I had it in me to push for 1 more ride tonight, or I could call it early and get some rest. I'm gonna push on. I decided to push on. Every PAX was a chance to learn the city and earn some cash. I need to increase my rating big time. Savy's a double agent. Radix, Capra. Also, Charlie is the worst. Okay, I hit my money quota, but I do still have 1 more ride to hit that, so I'm glad I didn't call it quits early. Still got a decent charge. Oh, this guy again. Liam, he gave me a 5-star rating. Oh, this guy again. Didn't like that conversation. Okay, let's do Liam again. He's close anyway. Oh, he's going pretty far, but that's okay. It'll take me closer to other people. Liam waved to me before he got in the car. He looked excited to see me. I winked back to see if I could get a laugh. It seemed to work. Hey, Lina. Wow, what are the odds we'd see each other again? Of all the neocabs in Los Ojos. He gets into mine. Fate. How have you been, Lina? Kind of rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Anything in particular? There's something going on with my friend. I can't really get in touch. It's stressing me out. She's been flaking on me a lot. I can't stand that. Oh god, same. But I know she's got a lot going on. It's fine, mostly. So, what about you? Wait, you've got one of those things on your arm. No way. The feel grid. Wow. Yeah, actually, Savy gave it to me. Huh, interesting. How did you feel about it? It's pretty cool. Really? You dig it? I find it so bizarre, just as a concept, putting your emotions on display. Doesn't it make you uncomfortable? It makes me more honest. I know you can see my feel grid, so I have to kind of tell you the truth. At least about how I feel. Unless lying delights you. I promise it doesn't. Which I guess is what a liar would say. Yeah, I need to stop. Stop what? Being all thinky, dissecting stuff. I like thinky. It's the worst. I've been trying to stay out of the heavier side of LO, but... Lina, not to bring the room down, or the car, I guess, but can I ask you something? Of course. Do you know anything about Sophie... I can't pronounce this. The late Sophie? I know a few things, yeah. That she was a ballerina, that she was hit by a car, and that Capra's trying to pass a law with her name on it. Well, after I left you the other night, I went out to take some pictures and stumbled onto this massive crowd of people. It was a vigil for Sophie. Big deal. Lots of mourners. Some people had signs about cars, about Capra, or whatever. There was this portrait of her, full ballet pose. Arabesque. Surrounded by flowers, people crying, chanting about change. That sounds... heartbreaking. It was. I feel like I knew her just hearing people speak about her, seeing how adored she was. But the other thing was... the whole scene was bathed in this blue glow, and it was coming off people's wrists, feel grids. Are they really that popular here? Savy's got one. She's an open book, emotionally. And a mystery in every other way. Well, at the vigil, feel grids were everywhere. I got some interesting shots, but it was so strange taking a photo with only one possible interpretation. It's just, here are some sad people. You know they are sad because they are blue. It's weird, you know? Yeah. But it's not that simple. There are different kinds of sad. We can't read the feeling exactly. Yeah, maybe you're right. Either way, it was really striking. Mostly blues, some reds here and there, greens and yellows too. What do those mean? Calm, relaxed, positive, chill, happy. But see, that's the problem, right? If I show up at a funeral and my feel grid says I'm stoked, I want to say that, well, I don't want to actually say this even though I want to. You're just enjoying happy memories. Probably, sure. But there's so much room for error, misinterpretation. I keep picturing the Mona Lisa. 500 years of that unreadable smile, until you slap a feel grid on it. I'm a bit scrambled up about the whole thing. So you're not in the market for one then? At least the look is interesting, and I almost got a free one. Who's handing out free feel grids? Good question. So I'm at the vigil, yeah? Everything's blue, it's dreamlike, mournful, but then I look across the street and there's this whole gang, right? Not a feel grid in the pack, it's a dark zone. I go over there to check them out, and they say they're this group called Radix. The word hit me like a gut punch. Maybe I could get some intel if I played this right. Oh, I know about Radix. Well, they were actually trying to recruit. At Sophie's vigil? Tacky. Yeah, they were saying the law is a cheap half measure. Gives Capra more power, doesn't save any lives. Anyway, I showed them the photos I took of the blue glow. And they said none of those people had feel grids when they showed up. Apparently, 2 hours earlier, some Capra rep showed up and started handing them out, free of charge. Hold on, is that really true? Radix swore up and down that's how it happened. Huh. Yeah, I guess my question is why? Because it puts on a show. I could only see the bad side when it came to Capra. Okay. Because Capra turns everything into a brand partnership. And then I take pictures of it and share it with the world. Makes me feel a little... corporate? Exactly. Yep, that tends to be Capra's thing. I know I'm more than familiar. That's something I maybe should have told you the other day, when I got weird. Do you work for Capra? Not exactly. I worked for a big Capra-adjacent company when I was still in the UK. I got the job really young, working in immersive tech and AI. Loved it. It let me be creative, and I felt like I was changing things. So we got big. We got big because we were good. But then you lose yourself, don't you? How do you mean? More and more I was balancing creativity, my actual work, with corporate ethics. Gross. It was. We just kept working with the worst people, saying yes to more funding regardless of where it came from. To make myself feel better, I joined all these initiatives. For change, for diversity, helping the right kinds of communities and people. I took so much on, and so did lots of us, but it was just impossible. What's the phrase, money talks? Definitely talked louder than we did. So you came to LO? The city of unavoidable politics? Huh, I know it seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? I guess maybe this trip is a test, to see if I can turn my brain off. To be a tourist, not an activist. Just watch all the Capra stuff happen and let it float by. Just let everything float by. No agonizing over morals, no fighting, just observing. Where do you feel you're at? Doing my best to remain impartial and everything turns out to be a lot of work. I mean, just look at me. I'm lost right now. I took a really good picture of an important LO moment of people experiencing something profound. It might be one of my best. But I can't decide. I used to do nothing but decide. And now I can't even say if a photo I took is real. I knew the feeling. Was anything real in those photos? Of course it's real. It's still real people experiencing something real. I have a feel grid. My feelings are still legitimate. Real people, real moment. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Hey, listen, obviously don't take your eyes off the road, but do you think I could send you the picture? You can tell me what you think? I want to share it. I think it's important, but I'd sort of love your thoughts. Be my moral compass? Yeah, send away. Thanks. And sorry if I'm being a downer. People come to LO for the lights and sights, you know? And I end up getting right back into the muck. Things are gonna be okay. I think LO is just going through a bit of a phase. Right, aren't we all? But here we are, experiencing the city this way. It's gotta mean something, right? I pulled up to Liam's hotel again. It was hard not to feel a pang of jealousy. Having a decent place to sleep felt like it was a part of another timeline for me. And here we are. Cool, thanks for listening to me rant, Lina. And for looking at the photo for me. Anytime, friend. See you in text. He was already scrolling through his camera as he walked in. Did the fate of a de facto Capra ad campaign lay in my hands, mixed with the fate of a photo that could swing the Sophie's Law vote? Liam, buddy, I can't tell if you came to the exact right person or the exact wrong one. Two for two on positive interactions with Lina. Thanks, Liam. Oh, I'm up to 4 stars now. Okay, so it's making me automatically launch Crasher, so I have to pick a place to spend the night. I mean, maybe I'd try a Capra capsule. Maybe I'll get information there. I guess I could charge first if I can find somewhere cheap. 99, 94. Alright. Let's try something new. Let's go fill up cheap. And then try the Capra capsule. I just hope staying in a Capra capsule doesn't make my mood significantly worse. Alright, let's try it. Night 2. It's like the pods in Japan. So not only was Savy missing, whatever was going on was forcing me to give money to Capra, my last resort. I checked in at a kiosk in the hospital white lobby and followed purple floor lighting to elevator 4 and capsule 413. The gleaming shelf slid open at my approach and sealed me in with a soft hiss. I knew it was a glorified torpedo tube. I don't know how they made it feel like a luxury moon pad. It's actually annoying how good Capra is at this stuff. I fell asleep immediately and woke up like my body had just leapfrogged ahead in space-time. But where had my mind gone? I felt foggy and just off. Ooh, I'm perfectly centered now. I thought of one of those old body snatcher sci-fi movies. Pod people? How about capsule people? Good evening, Lina. Athena, Capra's unflappable AI, chirped at me. Yikes, this whole situation gave me the creeps. I slipped back into my car like I wanted to apologize to it for the betrayal. Alright, we skip ahead to night 3. Physically, I felt clear-eyed and centered, like my mind had been doing yoga poses while I slept. My feel grid even glowed a reassuring white. I opened the NeoCab app like it was going to give me some answers. Nope. At least now I knew a few friendly faces in the city. Hopefully one of them needed a ride as badly as I needed some leads. So is that a clue that I should pick someone that I have already given a ride to in the past? Check the journal. R.I.P. Sophie. It should have been Capra. We will finish you. Okay. Nice little doodles with the with the S in the corner that we all used to draw in the 90s. Alright, I've got almost a full charge. I can go back and talk to Azul at the club. I'm not sure why that's an option. I'm pretty sure it had disappeared from my map after I was already there. Una, I have given a ride to before. She was the weird witch lady. This guy Carlos is new. Where's she going? Back to where I am. Okay. Let's give Una a ride. Just because Lina had just thought something about seeing a familiar face. It might help advance the game quicker. Una slid into the back seat. Hello again. Any progress on, the quantum thing? The quantum thing? We really need to get you a textbook. But yes, I've made some progress. I'm now gathering more information. Which is why you're heading to... Is this right? City Hall? Yes, they're announcing where the new municipal spaceport is going to be built. At midnight. Very dramatic. Is this... I can't tell if this is a mood choice. I'll select it. Here's hoping they announce that choice with the balloon drop. That would be unexpected indeed. So, there are 3 neighborhoods being considered. Or maybe I should say threatened. The world is about to change for one of them. Uncertainty of that magnitude has a very strong feeling. Yeah, it's called dread. Not quite. Dread and hope both anticipate an outcome and taint the pure uncertainty. It's difficult to find large groups of people generating this kind of energy. The nurses shoo me away when I hang around the hospital. Large-scale sporting events are an option, of course. But I've learned the hard way to regard my own comfort as an essential variable. I wondered if my worry about Savy was feeding her. It felt gross, like she was a vulture for those moments in life when you feel small and helpless. I know what you're thinking. Oh, you can read minds too? You're wondering if you should take Oubliette or Isidore Street. You'll take both. Highly doubtful. Oh, the timeline will branch in. Wait for it. Una waited. My body tensed up. I held my breath. And totally missed the turn onto Isidore Street. There, did you feel it? The literal branching of timelines? No. I believe you will someday. I felt it. It was a falling sensation, followed by the faintest thump. One version of this cab went down Isidore Street, another down Oubliette. I'm glad to be us, but I bear the other versions of Una and Lina no ill will. Oh, don't look at me like that. So you really think that's how it all works? Of course I do. Because it does. I have what did my mother used to say? Receipts. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. Quantum statisticians can be annoying this way. So, I have a question. I know you're into randomness and entropy, but what do you actually do? That's a fair question. Fixing reality is strictly a hobby. I'm a little embarrassed to say it, but mostly I get paid to recover passphrases. Do you ever use those skills for evil? Not personally. Global financial institutions seem to do quite enough evil on their own. I do permit them to pay me, though. No one's hands are clean. This seems to be the case in every timeline. Weird job. Yours isn't so normal either. You know, you live closer than most to the quantum realm. How so? You choose your passengers, don't you? I do. Each choice is a branch. That other version of you with that other passenger, she exists. I'm not sure if you're up on your Tate Kearney theory, but it's been proven. Does it even matter? That's exactly the right question, my dear. Most people don't ask the right question. You could be quite good at this. I wasn't sure I wanted to be good at whatever this was. I could teach you. If you had access to a 512 qubit quantum compiler, and assuming you knew your foundational statistics, of course, and had 20 hours a week for problem sets. So I'm not going to learn how to be a witch, is what I'm hearing. Ha. Perhaps not quite yet. Anyway, it's all more complicated these days. When I started, the compilers only had 32 qubits, if you can believe it. I shrugged. You didn't nod. You could have nodded. The way the world branches in the subtlest ways. It's interesting, isn't it? I was starting to feel weird. Paralyzed. Every choice. Not just every choice, every action. Not just every action, every thought. Where did the decision happen? In a pulse of electricity? Firing in some giant computer? Maybe it was all a simulation after all. My head felt like it was going to explode. I was dealing with way too much other uncertainty in my reality to process this. It must be exhausting to be Una. Una tapped the back of my seat. Hello? Sorry, zoned out there for a second. I was saying, get ready for it. For what? Una looked out the window. There's the other versions of us, the Una and Lina that took Isidore Street. They'll merge with us in a moment. Wait for it. Wait. I wonder what kind of conversation they had. I'll bet they talked about the weather. That's probable. Quantum statisticians love talking about the weather. Una shuddered. It was like a wave passed through her. There. that was it. I didn't know what I felt. Either way, we were at City Hall. The timelines have merged again. It always makes me feel better, like I have a little more of myself. I'll need it all to handle this announcement. There's going to be yelling. Wait. How do we make decisions? I'm a quantum statistician, not a neurobiologist. Hormones? Cosmic rays? Maybe there's some benevolent force unknown to our physics. Not God exactly, just some decider. She slid out of the car and dashed towards City Hall, slipping between knots of protesters gathered outside. They were all fired up, chanting, waving signs in the middle of the night. It made sense. They were fighting for their homes. I wondered what would happen if Una told them they would fail and also succeed. Would everyone just give up and leave? Una perched on the stage near the podium, draped a blanket over her legs, and closed her eyes. I wished her luck. Only 4 stars. Tonight's Lina is a fascinating possibility space not fully manifested. So I'm still at 4 stars. Got some more money. And still got some more rides to take tonight. But this episode is getting a little bit long, so I think we're going to wrap it up here. And we'll keep trying to find Savy next time. Thanks for watching.